in. I did not see it. Did you send me something?
No.
No?
No.
Gosh, what are you doing over here?
I'm waiting.
You're waiting. It
Very
should be
patiently.
live. It should be live. We should be on the air.
Oh, okay. Well, I see you're on the air.
The
Oh,
people
you're on the air.
should hear us now.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm just waiting for
great.
chat to say what's up. Get the confirmation. Everything's looking good.
Mm-hmm.
We got people. We got Aradon. We got Zhao. We got Trimad. Mods in the building. Will Buddha open with the YouTube or the singing YouTube? Yeah, there's different renditions now. What do you
I
think?
saw that. There was a little, it wasn't quite opera, but it was an effort.
Well, that effort was stolen by my audio control software.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you didn't get to hear the full thing, but Tweacz, you ready?
Yeah. We're in.
I think we start by saying YouTube. What's going on? It's your boy Buddha back in the building for another last Cloudia POWERCREEP podcast. I am here with my co-host. We got Tweacz.
What's up, fellas?
And that's it. Other than a big giant monster known as Lagrein. Looking all crazy in his Super Saiyan 2 form.
Yeet.
Yeet.
It's got all dark red lightning. It's kind of sweet.
I know this release excited you so much, Tweacz.
Really?
You've been waiting for
Really,
another
Buddha.
beast unit. You have wanted to see another giant furry beast on your
Is that
screen.
right?
I know you're excited.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, why else would you go 400 medals deep on his banner?
I don't. God, you know what? Couldn't even.
I'm sorry. I'm being unusually cruel.
I'm throwing shade. I did have to pity. I know.
I'm being unusually
didn't feel
cruel,
great.
Tweacz.
Haven't even used it yet. Still had to pity.
Oh, man, that hurts my soul. Both you and I experienced different kinds of shafts during this banner. Did you catch the glimpse of what happened to me?
I don't think I did.
No, I think you were. You had run off and completed the entire maze of Tartarus. But we'll talk about that later. Shall we dive into the kit, or do you want to continue talking about our gotcha shafts?
All good. I'm okay with not talking about my my 400 pull for the UR. So let's get into him. Lagrein. A unit that we've seen in story mode, right? We didn't know how he'd play when he came out, or how he'd look. He actually looks way different than I thought he would. I know in that like black and red scene from story, like what is that? That's Arc 1.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like black almost.
Yeah, he's literally.
So I was definitely really surprised by this. He's just straight white with like gold armor, kind of very similar to DB Ray. Very, very similar, just with red tint.
Yeah.
I saw a little meme with these two next to each other promoting Pokemon Red and Blue.
Oh, that's great.
It was really funny, actually.
That's a good meme.
Yeah. It's pretty much a color palette swap on the sprite. The splash art, though, is sick. I really like it. And they did a really... I know you mentioned it. Actually, I'm just going to throw that out there. The way the lightning actually like fumbles around the field where he is on his sprite, like if you can see on the right, or if you have him, I find that awesome.
Very satisfying.
Yeah, for sure. In game though, I mean, his animations are really cool looking. Honestly, his S1's probably one of my favorite skill animations in the game. Like just a slicing round of claws. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, I like his art. They always do such a good job though. Like, I mean, we've pretty high expectations. This is pretty sick. And I know a lot of people have some qualms about it, and they feel like it's, you know, it is the same
Reskin.
unit. Yeah,
It's a yes.
it's like the same thing. It's supposed to be similar. It's just not. I get it.
I just don't understand the expectations
Yeah,
because they're the same person. They're the same thing. It's just
they're all a shift from the base array, which
exactly.
stance is different. Everything is different. The only thing that's like super similar is the sprite work itself. I get
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, they took the DB Ray sprite, they gave it the Loug Zeus army colors, and
Mm.
they flipped his hands upside down.
I
And they altered his horns a little bit,
actually
I
did notice
think.
that the hands. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah, the horns. The horns are pretty
Horns.
pronounced. But then again, it's just red versus blue.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. I like it.
I'm a
The
fan.
animations, though, they did a sick work with the animations.
Hmm.
So, anyways, he is a god. Lagrein, people pretty happy for him coming out. I mean, we haven't had a beast unit in a while. I don't know, a damn long while, almost 2 years
Hmm.
at this point. So, long time waiting for that. But S1, Cause of Havoc, 6 hits, 12 dual wield, long range, non line of sight. It's pretty fun skill, and we're gonna see that when we get tested. I really like Cause of Havoc. Um, it's not none of his skills have the craziest DPS, but they're relevant enough where you can use him in battle, and you're not gonna feel like you're not doing enough. Um, God Howl. This is this kind of similar thing to his DB Ray's S2. This is a little longer animation, but it does have double the hits. So it's 14 base, 28 dual wield, which is like a lot of hits for S2. I know someone pointed that out to me when I was streaming. Uh, that it is quite a high hit S2. With that in mind, though, it does take a little longer. It's not like it's gonna finish all 14 hits immediately. If it did, I would be
Oh,
very impressed.
oh,
But it does not,
that would have
unfortunately.
been something. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's Crow's entire S3.
What, 14 hits?
Hmm.
Okay. Fair enough. Don't know that. Or didn't remember that, really.
Hmm.
Abyss Impact, though. This is his lunge. This is a 18 hitter. 36 dual wield. He is going to launch in. It's, again, a bit of a longer animation. Did his 36 hits, 6 hits. So his skills aren't that highly spammable, except for S1, which doesn't have the highest hit count. But, like, that thing is freaking sick. I love it. But he just basically rushes in like DB Ray does, you know, throws someone up in the air for his S3 and then nukes them when they get down to the bot, back down to the base. Um, it's a pretty cool skill, and we'll show that. Magnetharian, though, similar to his, you know, DB Ray, this is an AoE special. But this does have 52 hits, which he doesn't have the highest caps on his special in the first place, and you know he has a lot of conditionals to get there. So it's not gonna be like your craziest special, but it's pretty solid. Not bad. I like these AoE specials. I like these 50. If we're getting to like the 50 plus hit territory, obviously it's a slight power creep for whatever reason they're doing. Who knows? They're no longer giving us like really bad specials.
Right.
That's fine. Trait 1, Divine Black Lightning Thunder damage plus 40%, damage cap plus 5,000. During skills/special attacks, chance to deal thunder extra damage. I don't know the chance of this. I assume this is similar to DB Rays, which is 20% for 100% pursuit. We'll wait for Lake to get that. It's not going to be bad regardless. Nice little pursuit. When taking 5%, this is where we get the interesting stuff though, right? The super conditionals that I really don't think many people need to like worry about or, you know, force to happen. This one right here, when taking 5% of units max HP, boost break and thunder damage cap. This is not when taking damage. This is when you're losing HP. So any HP loss. So that means your self-hitting HP losses like Berserker, like Militia of the Departed Ark, like, you know, using things like the name-giving spell. These are all going to take away HP. And those are going to add boost in. And it's a rolling count, right? So for every 5% that you lose, you gain something like break or thunder damage cap. What they doesn't tell you here is that it's essentially you need 100 iterations of that in order to reach those max values. But it does increase linearly, right? So if you lose 5% of the HP, you are going to get 3% break and 100 damage cap.
Hey.
Which is fine. But you're going to do that 100 times. Which means 500% HP to max out your break and thunder damage cap. What this isn't done is pretty much done in like the first second of battle. You can't activate this entire thing. What it does do though is that after in a longer battle, as you're getting hit in a normal, like harder battle where he's one of your main DPSs and you've gotten stray damage from the enemy, yeah, you'll get this, and it's not that bad. What were we gonna say, Buddha? Sorry, I cut you off.
I was gonna say just what's it called? Soul Spark 5 times. You're good.
Yeah, goddamn, dude, no, please no. But that's his idea. You can expedite it. You can use Berserker. You can use Militia. I know I used him in Maze, and I had him solo on a level, and like that right there, because he has enough survivability, and he's in a boss battle. It's a hard battle, so he's gonna be taking damage. He got this pretty quick. So there's really no need for harder places and where you're going to get hit to force yourself to like get it, right? You'll get it. Notably though, the cap, let's say you're trying to get it from Berserker, trying to get it from name giving, things like HP barriers do not like attest to this. I know I think it was, I have to shout out, I think it was Arkentox.
Oh yeah.
Someone in my stream, we were playing and I was testing him, and I had Emtheria in the party, and she had her barrier up, and I used name giving or whatever, and it used part of the HP barrier as the sacrifice for it, so it didn't give me that full cap whenever I was sacrificing HP. So it is quite literally the HP that is subtracted from your actual HP bar, which counts towards this. It's fine though. It's a ramp up skill. This one is actually usable. So
for sure,
we'll get into the next one where there's two avenues of thought, I believe. So Ravening, trait 2. Nullify criticals taken. First of all, love that. Nullify criticals taken. As for anyone who's played Arena, knows that how good Royal Armor is, how good not taking crits is, how good the Gaze of the End Arc is in Arena for like being 100% null to crits. That's really fun. And by fun, I mean it makes units very, very thick. He doesn't necessarily have that many thick stuff for him, so he can still get slapped if you don't build him accordingly. But that's a really, really big boost to survivability. When unit has a debuff and or a status ailment, damage taken minus 30%, chance to nullify flinch from magic attacks. So this is where it gets kind of nuts. So if he has either a debuff or an ailment on him at any given time, all damage he takes from there on out, no matter what debuff or ailment that is, he takes minus 30% damage, as well as a chance to nullify flinch from magic attacks. Now, it does say chance, but it's a damn high chance. I've been using him in Arena because that's like where you're going to see debuffs and status ailments on you, right? Like you're not really going to see it that much often in PvE, and if not, you can just protect against it. But in PvP, it's kind of unknown what you're going to see all the time. So if you get a debuff on you, the magic flinching feels like it's like 80% or higher. Like he just walking through magic. Whenever he gets a debuff on him, it feels like he just walks through almost every magic. Which it feels like it's per spell, not per hit. If that makes sense.
Wow.
So
that's impactful.
Yeah, it's a really high chance. I think it's not. I feel like they put chance because it's not 100%, but I feel like it's damn well up there.
That's dope.
So which is cool. Which is really different than what we've seen from a lot of units. The unfortunate part about this is that they attached a damage cap to it, based on the number of debuffs and/or ailments on the unit. Now, this is kind of where I say, don't even worry about this, because it's going to take you to reach that 10,000 damage cap, 10 debuffs and 10 debuffs and/or ailments total to get there. Now, when in the hell are you going to have a viable unit with all 10 being probably some ailments, which again are inhibitory, and debuffs, which can be inhibitory, but probably less so than ailments? Like, you're just not going to have that. So I think they just put this in here just because, that's like the higher threshold of, being useful to you. Which you're never going to see, or you shouldn't ever see 10 ailments on you. You really shouldn't. So just take whatever. You only need one to activate that cool shit in the first part. But anything more is just going to give you damage cap. Now, I will mention, neither of these things really matter in PvP, like the cap, right? They don't have any actual damage potential to them. They just have overall damage that you're already, would have been doing, would have already printed to the screen. So in PvE, that's fine. The damage cap is what you want. In PvP, like, you want the actual alternate effects, you shouldn't really care about the cap.
I think that his trait too would have been arena poetry if that was thunder damage.
If it was thunder damage and damage cap on either of these, I think they would have or could have built for them. Because that would have been super potent on trait 1, but trait 2 definitely. But you know what? They're not forcing that because we didn't get it. I think that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So through his traits, why don't we get into his passives? How about that?
Let's look at him.
His anima, love it, friggin' love it, dude. I know you talked about this in your review of him, bro. I still use shit to Liza and her anima for cool shit sometimes.
So good.
So regardless of like where he goes in the meta, being able to have that, tool in your pocket where you're getting a free -20 thunder and dark res for any enemy that spawns on the map and doesn't dispel your buffs, it's pretty lit. This is a very useful spell. It also costs 0 MP, so even if you're not silenced, but even if you're out of MP, you can still use it.
Yeah,
really, really nice.
This is the kind of stuff that will keep him around for long periods of time.
Yeah, and this just helps you enforce that if you want to be running him with other thunder units, or running him with other dark units, it further enables them, which is great. I love those niche aspects of units that can help enable others. Yeah, and not only is he's a good unit in itself, so love to see that. Passives, HP up, cool. He's a thick boy, so HP up is very nice. Fighting spirit, attack up, short, critical up, aim vitals, prod force, just plain out good kit. Look at all these passives: auto brave, auto critical, auto haste, just awaken, and then some really nice thunder damage. He just has good passives. Pose of Glory, Beastly Banquet. I would have loved to see Pirate's Feast here, but Beastly Banquet's whatever. Adversity, of course, getting higher physical and special damage when inflicted with an ailment, which I know you pointed out, and I noticed as well. This was only on Aaron from the Attack on Titan collab, so that's nice that they're bringing this back. Of course, it does synergize with his kit, plus the speed. Diabolus. This is pretty cool because it has a separate chances, right? 15% chance for a skill attack to basically ignore 50% of the enemy's defense on that hit. So 15% for 50% piercing. And then also a 15% chance to ignore a flat 50 of the positive res. And I know you and I had talked about it as being like between Shift Leota and like discussing like what her percentiles is. Hers is like a 50% cut when she attacks. This is a 15% chance for a -50 on it. Of course, -50 of the positive. So if you have 30 res, it's only going to stop at 0. It's not going to like go to -20. It just doesn't do that. But just cuts it. So even if he doesn't have Trishul on, he still has the ability to deal damage against 100 res enemies, which is nice. He's not totally cucked. Dual wield for free, claw boost, claw mega boost for free, of course. Quick trigger. I have this off because don't know, putting it back on. Was playing around with something probably. I don't remember what it was. But now we get to the fun stuff of the meme worthy stuff. And by that I mean it's hard to tell what the hell it means for units. Break boost and destroyer. So break boost is pretty self-explanatory. We just get more boost during break. And destroyer, which we haven't seen on too many units, but we usually get this on people who can break. Or, actually it's like 50-50. Luckily for us, he can actually break pretty damn well. So this is great to have on him for free for 75% break boost. I say break boost, talking about break boost, but plus 75%. And you can stack this with breakers, stack this with the axe, stack this with, axe high boost and breaker arc and all that good stuff. So it's nice to have this for free instead of breaker. You love to see it. And we'll test his break in a little bit, but I'm very impressed with it. And that, coming from someone who loves playing break, and saying he is good break, yes, absolutely. Wings of Ruin, I love this. Ice Thunder, damage taking minus 20%. When taking Thunder attacks, chance for next skills, damage plus 20%, damage cap plus 22,000. By saying I love this, I mean the first part. Just straight up mitigation. Excuse me. The next part, don't really care for RNG for 2,000 cap, honestly. And when are you really going to be forcing thunder attacks against you? I just don't know. Another Lagrein, maybe, but that's about it. I'm the toughest around. Battle start if unit strength is highest in party. Physical attack damage cap plus 3,000. This is very easy to do in multiplayer. And by that I mean if there's no other Lagreins in the party. Or in your own team. I mean, he has some really strong strength buffs in his kit.
Yeah, I saw you sitting at a casual 4K, 4,600.
Well, that's without a party and shit, yeah, but yeah, just in general, strong strength. So you'll probably get this if you be a PvE with your own party. You'll get this very easily. So he's gonna get that 3,000 cap. In multiplayer, if there's other greens, you might have to push for it, but you shouldn't really care about it that much in there. I guess you could if you want to be petty, but whatever. Blitz stance, draw more attention, strength plus 50%, defense minus 25%. So this is kind of cutting his defense a little bit and making people want to attack him more. But strength plus 50% of the base. You love to see that. Again, these are not like multiplicative things. This is just like a flat out strength plus 50% of your like base strength plus equipment. So yes, this is a good bit. God Divide, strength plus 10%, and physical attack damage cap plus 1,500 per living god type ally other than unit. So if you have 3 other units in the party who are all gods, he gets another 30% strength and 4,500 cap. What you're missing in his kit overall is a good bit of caps, unfortunately. So when he gets filled out with the highest strength and other god members in the party, and he's equipped with claws, and he's using his thunder skills, he does get like what 20? I think I said 28, 27k, somewhere around there, without too much work. But if you don't use a full party, if you use less than that, I mean, he can go down. I don't know. I actually like his hit counts. I think he's not a bad DPS. But with that said, because he doesn't have the most consistent damage caps, I think his damage is not at the elite tier. But he has ways in being used that don't necessarily need that. So as you can see in my equips, I use him a very certain way. Runeclaw Cage Render is paid though.
I know, both of them.
Both of them are very solid. Also, now that we know some things in his kit, right? So 289 strength, awesome. I'm okay with that. Anything around 300 is really, really good. Thunder Skilled and special damage cap plus 2,000. Of course, that's good. When physically attacking enemy defense, minus 10% and deal damage. So, of course, he's going to have a little bit of ignoring defense, regardless of what he's doing during his physical attacks. Break plus 50%. Now, we've had a lot of units lately that have come out with like break plus 50% on their pays. Well, that always is nice to see. It's just like, are they a breaker? We don't know. What the hell happened? What is Lagrein? Well, he's a great breaker, so this is good for him. And he has good innate base break, I should mention. So whenever you add more additives on him, it's going to be nice for him. And of course, with that, I'm putting Cerulean Axe Gel out on him. Throw an Axe Equip. Give me that Axe High boost. Give me that extra break on him. Give me that extra physical attack damage. Give me that 454 strength. This is one of the best God Forges in the game, and is useful on every single, and is the best in slot on most, if not all, breakers. So definitely worth getting. Lagraine's Catascoil, which is his accessory, his paid accessory, 66 strength, 45 defense, 20 mind. When taking lethal damage, survive once, then restore 50 HP 50%. Cut. Okay, so right there. That is Indomitable Spirit one time. Cool, awesome. But as his strength and defense, or his HP gets lower, up to, when he's nearing 0, this can increase his strength and defense up 30%, which is like a mini, or a 60% of the Life Brave, what it would normally be. So
I wish they
those stack with Life Brave. So if he's low-ish HP, he's getting a nice little strength boost, which isn't always the main physical DPS multiplier, right? Like, you don't need the most strength in the world, but your strength will multiply into the base of the skills and stuff that you use. So if you get him down to low HP, yeah, that will be a nice little boost. Go ahead, Budo. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say I wish they put a period before boost rather than and as a continued sentence, because I read it wrong the first time I looked at it.
Rip.
And yeah.
And now I have Salmia's Freno Band on here. I know why. Because I was testing if his S1 was 11 or 12 SC from skill charge plus this. It is 11. So good. This gives you two S1s on battle start, and you can farm IGC3 pretty well with it if you have it.
Really?
It's not like going to be
instant
crazy, but it's like
something.
2 S1s. I'm okay with it. Why am I canceling? Whatever. It's fine. Continue. So, talked about his kit. Let's go see his animations, bro, because they're sick.
Listen, I love DB Ray's animations. So yeah. And apparently the S1 is just better now in every way.
Bro, the S1's so much fun. I literally
So I want him. Man.
Yeah. What?
I want him.
You want him? Oh shit! What is this build I have on him? Hold on a second.
I don't know, dude.
Wait, I
play the game.
I was earlier, just like it was. I'm screwing up. All right, chill. Actually, this is what I do in order to make a new set. If I know that I have some ridiculous set on him and I have 612 skills on him, I do set only and just take off all the shit that I know I don't want. Right? So Pirate's Face, nope, gone. Celestial Mask, gone.
Giant
Don't care. Giant Killing 2 can stay.
All the break. I mean, all the cap.
All the cap.
All the cap.
That makes sense, because
especially with
there,
that
just for later.
4 SC up top.
Yeah, whoops. That's called pitting. That's called pitting the URL. At least they hit some friggin' dupes. Like,
that is nice. Yeah. What is that? 7.
I mean, it's
dupes?
Not nice, but yeah, it's. There was one from the event, so 3. I don't think it was 4. 3 dupes. Bro, I'm having an aneurysm. I think I was +6 after. So it was 4 total, and then there was a couple prisms from the shop, and then dupe from the event.
Yeah.
And one from, dude, don't worry about it.
That leaves room for Giant Killing too.
Oh, the one I got from the Guaranteed, I'm literally blanking. The one I got from the Guaranteed was in my shop, that's why. So I was +8.
Just because I think this is a pretty easy answer, no, I don't think Elemental Arc is good on him at all.
No. Why would Elemental Arc be good on him? Are you asking me, or are you?
No, that in chat we had a question.
It's magic.
Frown. Yeah, this is
attack magic. This is physical skills. So we're gonna do physical skills. Okay.
Council of 10, baby. Are you gonna survive this pod?
No. I mean, dude, I literally did the entire maze dying, so it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not really, guys. It's just a joke. Like, I'm not dying. I just have COVID. It's cool.
Yeah. Tweacz is
actually
not a robot, sadly.
So his S1. I'm going to spam all 3 of these. Just watch how quick they come out.
I'm ready. Oh, yeah. Oh
You see
my
all these shit in the background?
gosh. That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
It's really fun.
Oh, and it's quick.
Look how cool they look.
I know.
Bro, this is one of my favorite skills in the game. It looks like just
Man.
Hadouken.
Mm.
And guess what?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
It's so fun. So,
That's fun. That's
it is really fun
stuff.
And that's why whenever you see, we'll probably use them in Arena, but that's why you see that shit just.
That's why everyone's talking about it.
So S.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
You know, his skills really do, like, aesthetically, they do such a good job.
Yeah.
Honestly, especially that S1.
I don't know if it's significant, but did you see those kind of diagonal shots that came out of the S2?
The S2. Yeah, I don't know if they actually hit anything or not, or if it's just aesthetic.
Okay. Man.
Yeah, but like, yeah.
So just so you understand the flashbacks I just had of what could have been.
Yeah.
I had the goat Calpha Knight jump in and sponsor the step up. And
what a gentleman. Oh, you did the step up.
I got 3 SSRs on the 6 spin.
Oh no.
All dupes.
You had 3 SSRs in the 6.
3 SSRs on the 6 spin.
That's a strong percentage. Oh, damn.
I know. It hurt my soul, bro.
Okay, let's just use the S2. Hey, guys.
Yeah, use it. So I had a flashback of, it's hard to tell. I don't think it does, if I had to guess.
Bro, I just love throwing S1s in all seriousness.
Throw the S1, bro. I just want to throw some S1s.
It's really fun. You can borrow mine if you want. Like, you don't have to do it yourself. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll send
we
you
don't
the
know
clip.
what's coming next, and we all think there's a collab coming up soon, like within the next month.
I know.
So, like, dude,
I know. It's all
don't be that guy.
On this collab. I'm not going to.
Buddha. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ready? Don't be this guy. Right? Look at that. Don't be that guy.
Ooh.
Don't be this guy.
Ooh.
I can replenish it, but don't make it you.
Yeah, I know. I can't. Oh. I'm trying to.
No.
I haven't had to exercise this much will in a long time.
I know, dude. It's okay.
Vember, shout out to Vember who.
So, anybody want to see the break?
Yes, me.
Deal. All right, so I have him pretty much set up. I just needed to equip a Psychic Guild. So this is the normal test I do. We have. And then we have, I think it was Tinkilia I'm using. Please tell me I have her. Yeah, okay. Magic, Honey Elixir. Ooh, no, get out of there. Her Honey Elixir. Okie dokie. We have, I always put this on. I know they're gods, so this doesn't actually affect it. I just do it out of Sanctity. That the God of Ruin Arc is there, just because I had consistency in my head. Yeah, so the thing to note about break is that we want anything that's around 50% of the break bar is what we're looking for. So on this map, Unexpected Foe, anything about 50% of the break bar is like a really good break skill. And depending on how spammable it is. So let's just check it out. Now, keep in mind, this is without any of his trait 1 passive, which is about 300% additive break.
Right.
Let's go to this. Okay. Let's go to... Let's group them up. Let's do that.
You got to, man.
Okay.
It's just professional.
Target the boss. Oh, who's hitting? Oh, Alice is. What a jerk. All right, so we see the break bar. 0, nothing done on it. Alice might do a little bit on it, but it's not going to be anything. anything crazy. So let's do an S3. You like that?
Oh,
That's Murn type shit right there. Now, I heard that. I didn't see it, but I heard it. What's cool about this is that one of Ray's or Lagraine's favorite people in the world is Mia. Because she does thunder, she drops thunder resist. He has an anima, he drops thunder resist. They work very, very well in tandem, and if you put the Loug Zeus UR arc on her, oh my sweet dear Jesus. It's a lot of fun, in all seriousness. So that's one S3. And then the S2 is not bad itself either. It's like 20-ish percent. And the S1 at that point is like 10%. Which isn't bad at all either. Like he is a good breaker, which is fucking great.
Yeah, it just jumps the unit up a tier in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just gives them an edge over a lot of
and like I said, this is without any of the extra break on his trait. So
it can only get better.
Unfortunately, so keep in mind this is not going to boost his break by 300% overall. This is plus 300% additive, and he already has a bunch in his kit already that I've given him. So at when I tested him and dropped all his HP down and gave him that full damage stock check by checking his stocks or his overall caps that we were at max. That did about 75% instead of 50%. So it adds an extra 50% overall to his break. When it's kitted out. Now, if you don't have all this stuff, like the GLL axe, like breaker on him, you don't have his pay to equip, this 300% is going to be a lot of additive break. So yeah, he is a good breaker, which is great.
I like it.
Now, I just want to I want to bring him a couple places, just so you can see what he can do. We're gonna bring him in a Kraken because why not? I don't really care about finishing the battle. We're just gonna bring him in here, and I want to use like a normal breaker build. So like I'm gonna be using
You're bringing
Terror the
home girl?
Granzelia, cool, because I have an axe. And use the homegirl. 100%. We're going to put on Mia, we're gonna put on this, and that's perfect. The way I would do this, I would put on Honey Elixir battery on her and give her a Elder King mask, and then funnel all the DPS into him. So you know what? Actually, why don't I just do that?
Do it.
I'm pretty sure I already had this. This is the last time I used Mia, so why don't we just do that? To Winter's Apple Pie. I think she's probably already set up. So let's see this. And then we'll bring, I guess, Emtheria, just because she's safe.
For this fight, for sure.
Yeah. At least for the beginning. It doesn't really matter what we do afterwards, but for shits and giggles, we'll use this.
Nice.
And no support.
Because you don't bring support for world bosses, guys. Come on.
I mean, you should. People should. I just don't for this specific purpose.
Shameful.
We're gonna use that because I like seeing high HP. Give me another 5k.
Did you? Yeah, he's Louise.
What?
You didn't 10 that, did you?
No, but I kind of want to be honest. Anyways,
starting at 29.
No, I haven't. So, wait, did I not? Come on, man. Don't get the... This is a lot of break.
It's so yummy. Wow. That's nice.
I mean, I would bring Marinir for reference, but it's very similar. Like with spamming S3 and S2s.
Yeah.
It's nice. It is a very nice break. And he only gets better as we move on, right? Because he'll lose HP, all that good stuff. So yeah, about Murn-esque, which is fantastic, right? That's one of the DPS / breakers that we kind of Uses a gold standard right now.
Yep.
I don't think his DPS is as fast as Marin's, but they're damn good together. So yeah, pretty fun. I really like his DPS potential as a unit itself. Cool animations, really cool S1. Actually, you know what? Before we go anywhere, let me go throw his S1 out into battles, into waves, because it's like, it's like one of the most satisfying spots. So downward slope, sure, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna run. I don't even know if I have the correct stuff, so I'm just gonna bring Medine and shit. Medine and friends. Let's just give him all the stops.
A lot of blue stars.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Where the hell's Medine? Medine, come on.
Schmadine.
Show your face.
She's behind her.
Oh,
shift.
No. Yeah. I just have them sorted correctly, and I forgot. God damn, where'd you go now? Come back. And then we go like this is fine. This is like literally a billion SCT. Wait,
how much SCT does Saintly
15.
Tyria? Dang. 15?
Yeah, this is 15, 15, and 10 here, so I'm getting 40 SCT at the battle start. Are you ready for the S1s?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad I didn't kill. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, what happened there, bro?
It wasn't on event mode, because event mode was they don't have the highest HP.
Gotcha.
That's my fault. I shouldn't have tried to make them look good. But it's just like throwing S1s.
Who wouldn't? Yeah, that is.
Okay.
Yeah, that is.
That's enough. The event is super funny because you just S1 and everything's dead.
Mm-hmm.
But that's relatively low HP, so we're gonna get out of here. But that's kind of fun.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, one of the main reasons he synergizes with Mia, both for break and for dropping res. Like they both have a very consistent way of dropping res. Them together is automatically minus 40 res. And then you add in what, weak and ice circle? And it's like, which is easily obtainable on Icy Guardian, I believe. Like that's minus 80 right there without having to do too much work. So yeah, pretty cool. I really do like him as a unit. I think he'll have a spot in when I want to use people like me and want to break and do some thunder damage, which is one of my favorite strategies anyways, to break.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry. Shit. But yeah, pretty good. And I don't think I was even using all the caps there. I don't think they were god or whatever. Weird. It was fun. Anyways, Buddha, you want to talk about the Ark that I had to friggin' pity, dude?
Oh, that hurts.
Don't feel bad for me, by the way. I can afford it. It's just like it doesn't feel good. It's my first one I've ever had to pity. I don't feel
really. This is your first UR pity?
Yeah. So like, think about that. This is our 14th gotcha UR. There is at a 0.4% chance of pulling. You have a 20% chance of reaching pity, 400 pulls, and not getting it at all. 80% to get it before that, but 20% to not. So like, I've been very fortunate. So the fact that this is only the first one that I've had to pity it's okay with me. Even though I don't feel myself probably gonna use it that often. Stat-wise, HP is pretty nice. MP is kind of whatever, mid-range. 54 is not bad. But then it's like weirdly 200 plus for all the stats. I don't really know why. Passives, during status ailments, damage taken minus 15%. I do like that. It synergizes with DB Ray. There's not many places in the game outside of PvP that you're going to be hit with status ailments quite often. So, I don't know. I do like the max HP plus 20% bit. Just straight up giving us 20% max HP. I know that's been a passive that's been beloved on the Blaze Garden Arc. So this having 3,700 HP and a flat boost of 20% on top of your entire HP. That's a lot of HP. Strength intelligence plus 5% per living god type ally. This is literally just synergizes with DB with Lagrein. Battle start, give reverence buff to god type ally with high strength. So what this does is it gives the unit in the entire party that's a god with the highest strength. It doesn't mean the way I read ally usually is like other than self. The way they put ally in the game is basically unit in party, right? Anyone in the party is an ally together, even the person holding this. So the god with the highest strength will get a reverence buff. What this does is it allows them to get 2,000 more damage cap. That's it. It doesn't have any other effects than that. But it gives that ally, it's just basically like a marker of that ally will get the 2,000 damage cap. I still do believe, and I have not tested it yet, that if you have a multiple iterations of this, if you are the highest god in the party, and there's a support with this Archon, you will get 4K because it's not a buff for the cap. It's just a marker for them having reverence. So I cannot confirm, but I'm pretty sure it works.
It would make sense the way it's separated like that.
Yeah. Vulnerables are interesting though. I don't think anything's like broken here. I just think it has more implementations for the future, right? So extra attack boost is for 3 SC is very nice because we have things like AC Guardian, have things like Heaven's Bow Starlord. We have, sabers from the Secret of Mana units that you can put on units. We have impacts. And in certain situations, those can be useful and very, very potent. In most situations, no. So for those situations, though, you can boost that damage by 10% as your extra attacks, which are like pursuits. That's pretty cool. I'm not mad at it at all. I like it. And for 3 SC, that's useful. Get one breakthrough. Part of it is that, yes, it does give 500 cap per weapon, dual wield, and or per hit dual wield on your skill 1. It's kind of nice they made it for 1,000 for, your single wielders. It's very convenient. But I think the best part about it is that it's 2 SC.
Yeah, that's cheap.
You know who has a really nice S1 using? Lagrein. So I haven't even taught him this yet, but it's just like that's like a unit. If I'm going to be spamming S1, or I'm going to be harping his S1, or units like Shift Lilibit, Sword Imagineer Lilibit, who are S1's one of her best skills, and you want to add a little cap to it for 2 SC, dope. I actually really, really like that. Berserker, and you talked about this in your reveal,
yep.
I think.
Yep.
Your unit info.
Mm-hmm.
Berserker does work with his passive, which makes sense why it's on the Ark. It does decrease the HP loss, which further increases his break and damage cap. Fast 5 vitality, I like that. Honestly, 5 SC for an extra 2,000 HP when you need it at battle start for like those instantaneous boss ults, which do happen sometimes. Yeah, not bad. Thunder Enhance, 12 SC, 10% attack, thunder attack damage, 15% skill damage. Not bad. I know we have some of the other enhances that are like healing, cool,
magic
or
damage
like
mitigation.
Magic damage mitigation, cool. This one's a full offensive one, so I'm okay with it. The Ark Ether reward, the Balmate Hulk Bolt.
This thing.
Sorry, no, I pronounced that wrong. The Balmate Hulk Bolt. Thunder Spear, 285 strength, 66 defense. You like to see that. This is a free soldier and sniper slayer. So
that's nice.
Yeah. If you have, I have yet to use it, right? Because I just like I'm in the mindset of always just equipping a slayer anyways. Like I don't think of just like, oh, here's a weapon that can do it for you. But yeah, it does have soldier and sniper slayer on it.
That's
so 9 SC. If it saves 18 if you need both, 9 SC if you only need one. And it's thunder attribute. So for him, it works pretty well.
I want
it. I mean, spears in general will work pretty well for, damage mitigation, which is nice. That reminds me. Do you want to go do that before we go into the event?
You want to try him in arena?
Mess around in arena. So the reason
people have been talking about him for arena.
So he is pretty fun in arena, and I will say mostly because of the reasons we already discussed. His S1 is very fun, and if you build him for literal max damage you possibly can, which is what I do, He can turn into some pretty interesting plays. Now, he will not work the best against, like, in my personal opinion, tank teams. So, like, I'm gonna set him up here to make sure that he has everything necessary to survive.
Yeah.
Wait, I had.
It's so hard to pinpoint like what is good in arena because you have to set so many parameters when judging a unit in arena.
So, like, my lineup is going to be good, so I can pretty much plug and play with anything. I know Jaw was talking about him in chat earlier, and he was using him with Icy Guardian and with, like, XBet and stuff, and which is going to enable him super, super hard. So this is not going to enable him as much, but I do have, the Game Master Arc on him. I have him as a fish. He is a part fish beast now. He is fish rain. That's what his name is. Fish rain. Yeah. And then I have a bunch of physical damage on him. Of course, I also have 104 SC, so, like, do with that what you will. I'm avoiding using his anima at battle start because I actually want him to immediately do damage. But let's try to find a team that I can kind of mess with. Yeah. This is a full DPS squad. And you're just going to see shit just disappear from the map. So I'm going to turn this on auto. It's already on auto. We're just going to let him do his thing.
Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
So this is not a tanky team. Right. And I think I know Riesu gets that. He goes for a nuking aspect or, a funny. His is more themed, right? This is all the summer units. So it's fun. Against a non-tank team, yeah, of course this works very well. Or against non-tank or tank units.
Which, to be fair, is part of crafting an arena strategy in the upper ranks. Is picking the team you want to fight against and then building your team that can be strong against that. And then just refreshing until you fight those teams.
Let me see. Okay, so just for an example, I'll actually start my own team. I don't believe we might win, but I don't believe we do that well. Mine's a full nuke squad as well.
Nuke squad.
I don't remember if I win or not.
To answer Loveless's question, yes. There aren't any slayers to just always put on your unit. The best way to use slayers is to know what battle you're going into and then use it accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Amelia. Wait, what are we back in 2019? Oh, everything's dead.
Yeah, I lose here.
Jeez,
okay,
bro. Take a chill pill, why don't you?
Well,
dude, this is
sure. I just want to see how they were doing.
Abusive. Wow. Look, Ray's so good in arena. So good.
Team's not fun auto against, but I know people beat me all the time. It's just like you kind of have to manual. You should manual to have a better chance. Now we're gonna go check out a tank team. Let me go find someone. He'll be Tweac's defense many times.
Oh god, yeah.
I never see Solano attack me, so that's fair.
He also does manual, so
yeah. Let's see.
There.
I'm trying to remember who. Oh, so Duke. Duke's runs a full tank squad. Unfortunately, my Sheeta's kind of like going. My Sheeta shows out really well here. So like, but you're not gonna see him wipe the enemies as well as you would like a
like Riesu's team.
Yeah.
I feel like this is how you. I think I just kind of had a little epiphany. With how I'm gonna do arena showcasing in my videos now.
Picking teams.
I think.
But you see, not everyone's dead. People aren't dead yet.
No. And if people don't die versing a tank team, like this is what starts happening. Yeah. You start getting God heal spams. Well, I don't know. He just ripped someone.
I mean, Ruto's isn't the thickest tank, so he just actually ripped his heart out.
Yeah, what's up with your Sheeta, bro? What did you? Can you send me that build? What's going on with your Sheeta?
It's literally just full damage. That's it.
Yeah, well, mine doesn't do well, so I
Mine does.
can't figure things out.
Um,
Jesus! So you don't build for priority casting.
do, of
You do. With
course.
both magic auras and
Why would I give you all the sauce right now? You can talk about this off camera, but this is a tank team. So magic generally is going to be really useful against a tankier squad.
yeah, that's
And then we're
nuts.
just looking at trying to kill. I know there was. I mean, this is the final showcase I'm going to do, but I know there's a couple teams that I'd struggle um, with him and Cheetah together killing. Like it just doesn't work all that well. Now, if I was using the anima, it would work, but I can't prepare that in the future. Like in before, you can't like change your build after you're already in the battle. You know.
Yeah.
So his S1 is definitely the what I would have fun in arena with. His S, because it's not only is it pretty good attack, it's keeps you safe generally, and pierces, and is a pretty wide AoE. So like, of course it's gonna be good. You'd love to see it. Um, okay, I think that's probably it on him. Mm-mm-mm.
About the event?
Talk about the event. I know a lot of people complaining about the event, just for a couple of specific reasons. And you know what's funny, Buddha? You know what's funny?
What's funny?
Yesterday it reset at 11 a.m. For the new daily, new dungeons. I forgot to do it yesterday because I was doing Maze.
Oh no. You
I
missed
didn't really
some
care. I literally was like awake at 8 a.m. this morning, and I was like, whatever, it's fine. I don't really
yeah, I
care.
don't think you're missing out on much.
No. But there's some cool stuff on the event. So the story is not very long, obviously. Divine Beast, Loug, and Mechia is the kind of like the repel system we've had with AOT. And you have to do it a certain amount of times, get honor points. I think the people's biggest qualm with this event is the honor points itself. For farming the God stage, if you don't have like an elite team, like not top of the tier, you can't do it like super fast. You might be getting like 8, 9, 900, 1,000 honor points per battle. And unfortunately, because they cost 2, in order to get that max 15,000, you're gonna have to do it 15 plus times, which is 30 orbs, which is 15 hours worth. So like yeah, it's kind of a grind. And even at max, even if I was doing it at 1,500 honor points every single time, or 1,400, 1,500, it's at least 10 times. It's at least 10 hours worth of orbs I have to put into it every single day. So like, I get it. I totally get it. I don't like the fact that we have to do this so many times to get the max rewards. Now it is the max reward, so like, there's a big step between 7,000 and 15,000. So if you want the max shit, you're gonna have to go for it. If you want to stop at the base medals, you don't have to go to 15,000. You just stop at 7. So I don't know. Up to you if you want to do it, but it is a pretty high reward for the max. But aside from like the other stuff in the event, aside from these like single play through, I think these are for like event points and like drops and stuff. Drill House. This is where you get the good shit, right? So you get these cadet tickets from actual doing the repels themselves, like clearing that boss battle. But where you want to do is spend these per day. So special soul accumulation, you get to do 1 per day. This is 50. This is 50 souls for any unit in the party. So if you bring a single unit like delete. If you bring a single unit like DB Ray, you know it's going to he's going to get 50 souls. As well, if I bring Beast Hunter or guarantee a steal during it, you get 10 Mother Souls normally, but you can also get another 10 by stealing. Why don't we do that? Is my account? Horse is asking if his mine's max. No. I think Scorba just hit 49. I think he has like a shit ton more awakens than I have. I just can't possibly get the prisms. I can't whale that much. So we stole. We're killing. Yep. We should get 50 souls for Lagrein, and then 20 mother souls, which we did.
Nice.
Yep. And yeah, this is the only place that I actually spend my tickets on. See, like the 25 one, because I feel like it's pretty worth. If you're building units and you're getting those tickets consistently, this is kind of nice to get. And like Ordon Second Jet, work on wards, work on your SC. 50 souls is a lot, especially for like a repeatable thing that you can kind of farm. Now, I will say you still need to do it 8 times or 9 times on the God stage in order to even get enough tickets. So, is it that farmable? No. Is it worth the gems to spend? No. But if you have it and if you've done it, then great. But the special training field is also like the same thing as like the 52x dungeon. Or is it the 40x or this is a 40x with the multiplier going into event bonus units. So yeah. I mean, we have a ton of ways to learn skills nowadays. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
The special training field is the XP. Special skill site dungeon is the AP. So a lot of good stuff there. I would do the battle, but I don't think anyone's set up for it. So like, next time. Repel rewards, trading space. Trading space is what we're going to go into. So there's a prism down here, which I already bought, sadly. Prism, yay, get it. The claw and the armband are literally trash, but they're free, so whatever. They're pretty bad. But use whatever you want in here. I wish there was radiances in here. I've always wished there's radiances everywhere, so that's fair. We got mega clusters with your stuff. You got all these kinds of items with your coins you get dropped during the day. Like, helpful for new players, sure. That's pretty much it for the event, no? Oh, yeah, mission rewards. Not a lot. We don't have the second half rewards yet, so I assume there's probably going to be a Ford Radiance in here, unless they count it during the login bonus when they give us. They usually give us an extra, so hopefully that's in here. I don't know. Waiting for event part 2 rewards.
Mm-hmm.
Now we do have other events going on. So we have Tower that just came out. So make sure you guys are doing Tower before you're done. Level 100 to get, or floor 100 to get all those UR Ark and all that good stuff. Get all those. I think it's 2100 gems you get for completing overall, like throughout your run. 2100 gems. So make sure you grab that. We have all God Forges and all ability gates open every single day for the next week. At least for the next week, right? I can't remember if it's 2 weeks or not. But these God Forges are in preparation for we're getting another boss next in 2 weeks, Bahamut. So make sure you guys are getting ahead on your God Forge. I believe these are not discounted cost, but the ability gates are 1 cost each for right now. So if you want to farm up ability, any ability gate, mega clusters and all that good stuff, they only cost 1 orb right now. So this is a very nice place to spend your orbs and spend them playing multiplayer. Grab some friends. I know I don't have any either. I get it, but like, grab some people you want to play with. Farm some events. Use all 40 of your orbs for with all the homies. It's pretty good. Buddha.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about the Ark ticket at all? I know you made a video about it.
Yeah.
Up to you.
If you have any thoughts to build upon that video.
I really don't. I haven't picked anything yet because I literally
haven't
have
either.
all of them. So obviously it's Sandworm and Caldina. And then up to you. Honestly, we shouldn't even talk about it at all. Just go watch Buddha's video because it's it's already well explained, and I don't want to butcher it.
I guess if I had to say anything, I still get so many comments laying out these individual scenarios.
Yeah.
And then asking, should I still get Sandworm? Should I still get Caldina?
Yes.
Those 2 arcs.
Yep.
If you're asking me and or Tweacz, there is not a single situation where you don't get the one that you're missing, or at least one of them. Now, if you're missing both, your account situation can vary, I'd say, depending on the more useful need of which one. Yeah. But if you're just missing one of those two and you don't have it, I don't care.
This is the same shit with the unit ticket. It was either picking M-Theory or Maja.
Same exact.
If don't have, pick.
I don't care what your reroll was and how this unit, and you got super lucky and pulled this unit. It doesn't matter. It's
if you're building to play the account, to build for longevity, you pick those.
And as if you're asking me, this is my opinion, guys. Remember, you can have a different one, anyone else you ask, but
nope.
It's just that simple.
Anyone who thinks differently is wrong.
Doesn't need to be complicated. In the Buddha gang. Never mind.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's all we have to say about that. Nothing really too extra. Is it time? Should we go into the final event that's up?
The final event.
Is it time? Should I flex first? Okay, so here's the thing. I was not during the beta allowed to get a fucking stamp because I could not rank. So finally they added stamps for
Tweacz
people.
Has a sticker.
I have support frames now. Woo!
The first level 30 maze support frame.
So
in global,
I was able to clear up to level 30, and I know at the time I think Belly was on 14. And then everyone else was like, there was a couple people in like the 10s and 11s and 12s. And then a bunch of people, like obviously people filtering in behind that. But yeah, I finished up to 30, which is a lot of effort. And I'm pretty proud of it. So these are the stamps you get for clearing level 20, level 30. Now the reason they're this color and not like a rainbow, like a cool rainbow like beta, is because they're planning on more levels of the Tartarus. So if you want a cool, like, I don't know, purple or rainbow shit that I'm assuming they'll come out eventually, probably at the end of the maze, those are going to be available whenever we get to. So yeah, this isn't the prettiest color, this green. I don't love it, but it is very unique. So I think that's what makes it the coolest thing. So let's talk about maze. Maze is going to be the extreme hardcore end game content, even more so than last time. In the beta, I felt like maybe it's because it was around a while and we were able to flesh stuff out, but there were some gimme maps. You could use some pretty low units and, like, you know, sacrifice them and make some good work of it, and, you know, get further along than you should have been able to, if I must say. This shit don't fly anymore here. It's like every battle is like hard fought. There are so many bosses, and I know I kind of like, I don't even want to go into that screen because it's already showing too much. But like, maze itself is wild. It's 30 floors of absolute hell.
Sounds.
And you can't reuse shit. You can't reuse units. You can't reuse arcs. You can't reuse equipment. You need to have a stupid build account, and thank God that I do, but also understand the mechanics and be able to analyze the fucking battles. There are literally so much bullshit that goes on. So much bullshit, but it's like, it's gimmick bullshit that, like, you need to be prepared for it and be able to go work around. Now, people are going to say, oh, you have everything. I do have everything, which is great.
Does.
I also have the mind where I can actually analyze it and figure it out. So, like, that, yes, I feel like takes a different, takes something else.
Yes, the reason...
It's stupid, man.
Reason
this shit is ridiculous.
The reason Tweacz is able to come in and beat all 30 frickin' floors in 2 days is because he spends the time outside of when things are actually happening in the game to literally have, I mean, every single unit you have is usable,
every single unit that I've used
usable.
You're right. Every single that I have is, like, at least up there.
Because he spends...
and I used 72 units this go around.
Yeah, that's a lot of freaking units. I mean, how many do we have in the game? 130 something?
129.
129. So not even 130. So, like...
I used a majority. 72 out of 57 I didn't use.
Exactly. So, one, it's just the effort he puts in. Obviously, he also has everything. But this is why it's like... It's not enough to approach this game and just say, oh, I have Shift Bayland. I'm good.
No.
Lagrein doesn't compare to Shift Bayland. This doesn't compare to Shift Bayland. Like, okay, but then you're going to be a casual LC player forever. And some people are perfectly fine with that, which is great. Fine.
Just don't compare yourself to, like, the people that are,
Yes.
okay, well, spending to get and then building their shit. Like,
Yes.
this in, like, three-party time trial battles is where, like, people get pissed off because they're like, I don't have enough units for this. I don't have enough. I can't compete. I don't have the right shit.
To level.
Well, like, that's the point. They're making it so a fully built account can do this kind of stuff. And I know other people have the ability to have just as much as myself in the game of units and arcs and all that stuff, as well as pretty damn near close to it. So, like, there are people who will clear this. It's not just me thing. But this maze is so much freaking harder than the beta. Like, even when you figure out the gimmicks, there's still like a friggin' 40 million boss sitting there that you have to kill before dying. Like, it's so it's not stupid at all. It's actually just ridiculous. I love the way they did it. And obviously, I'm probably just running off adrenaline from doing it.
I know.
But it's definitely the hardest content we have ever friggin' had. And I know, I'm just gonna throw this out there, Belly, who is the second highest player in the game right now on clearing floors. And let me just double check. I can't check. Can I check that?
You should be able to. Top 10.
I know, but here's the top 10. The top 10 doesn't show me anything. He has the highest cleared floor. I just can't go into that without showing all of my teams. So we're not going to do that. Just for reference, he's on floor 14. Floor 14 is an actual bitch. Like, I absolutely hate that floor. And there are a lot of points even before that where you're like, where people are just going to get stopped and stumped. And there's no, like, way around it. There's no way to deal damage. Like, it's just ridiculous. So,
let me ask you. Now that we don't have a ranking system with Maze.
And I don't get that. I don't... Dude, so here's the thing. And I was talking to Gilga earlier about this before. Because he's obviously top ranker. You know what's funny about that is that people in ranked right now in the maze. Are you talking about the rewards itself? I know you're going to. But this guy right here. This guy. Just for reference, obviously it's a 30. So I'm just gonna throw this out there. Sorry, I'm not gonna look at his times right now because I would show my teams as well. But this guy is an absolute hacker. Invincibility, instinct, skill spam bullshit. He literally, it took me, okay, an extremely hard battle. Took me 3.5 minutes to beat with a full party. He beat it in 30 seconds with one unit.
And an
if you don't tell me that's like not cheating, then like you're just lying to yourself.
Yeah,
like it's,
I don't know why.
He's like, oh, he figured out the gimmicks. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
It has 47 million hit points. He didn't even figure it out. Not in 30 seconds.
Yeah, you're not slick.
But, so
if you're
cheater,
in the chat,
whatever. But like this guy right here, Jizz.
You're gonna get banned.
Rank 32. Obviously, this is a base rank of 30 on the game. So this guy is, within the realm of being able to do it. Unfortunately, when you go and look at his times, it's all farce. Like, he's very clearly using mods. But here's the interesting thing, Buddha. And I want to point this out.
Mm-hmm.
He was removed from the last time trial rankings for cheating during the tally time.
Mm-hmm.
But he is still technically getting points here.
Yep. Yeah.
So why is that he gets points and I don't get points?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. We know that Aidis is like I don't even know what term to use. They're banning methods, they're shadow banning, they're cheater tracking. It's horrendous. It's clearly they just don't know. I don't think they know what they're doing. And I don't know what they need to know what they're doing. But clearly, this doesn't prove that
anyone's shadow banned from normal ranking events.
And that they know how to properly categorize these people and either, if they're not going to hardcore ban them, put them... It's like they did this weird perma shadow ban thing, and then now they're too afraid to do it.
Here's the thing. There's like 3 different bans now, right? Mm-hmm. Like, okay, so there's normal people who can play, which is pretty much like Corono, Belly, AOG Wolf, Delia, Dragoon, Rithik. Oh, hey, Rithik, what's up?
He's pushing.
Yeah, good shit. People love playing the game, and those are normal players, haven't cheated, I assume, and can rank normally. But then we have people who have been yeeted from ranking events who can't outrank, who are freshly yeeted, like Jizz, and probably Swordy coming up. But yet they can still rank in supposedly non-rank things. And then we all have the absolutely permanently banned from ranking events and get 0 points, which people who have been like shadow banned for a long time, like myself.
The first wave.
I don't really understand why they wouldn't just make it. If they're allowing these kinds of people in here, I just don't get why people. I just don't get it.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Especially now that there's not like the top tier ranking rewards tied to it like there used to be.
Right, and there's no rewards to it. It just feels bad, right? And one of the biggest points of why it feels bad is because there's 4,000 gems in here to getting point rewards.
Yeah,
and I can't get any of them.
6,500, I thought.
There's 3,970 in here, and then an extra.
Oh, for clearing.
25-30 for clears.
First time. Well, yes, I think it's good that we went into this because obviously, like, it unfortunately just kind of tells me that they're never going to get it down.
I don't get it, man.
With proper structure to this ranking, these ranking issues, and
my friends, we're all zero.
All zero. Well,
I mean, they haven't played it, but still.
What I was actually going somewhere else regarding ranking.
You want to talk about the rewards themselves?
No, actually.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask you.
Lead me.
I was going to ask you, because you obviously still have resistance to showing teams, to showing your scores. So now that it's not like
weird, right?
Weird
ranking,
having. Is it just a competitive spirit thing that you chalk it up to?
Right now, it's mostly assorted to people haven't experienced it yet. And I think as being one of the there's some cool friggin' battles in here. I would not want to spoil anything for other people. And even an inkling of like, here's my team will give you exactly how to do it. And I just feel like that's kind of, it's not fun. Even though it's not really ranking, it's your personal experience and enjoyment with the game, right? It's literally a spoiler.
So you
right now
hate movie spoilers.
I don't hate movie spoilers.
Really?
I just don't want to be that guy who spoils it for someone else.
Fair enough.
Like, if someone spoils it for me, I probably wouldn't care.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
Regardless, this is a right now thing, right? It's really new. I don't really want to show my teams. I don't really want to even show what battles there are. Like, I even feel kind of bad telling you that 414 is a bitch.
It's okay. Someone on Twitter, JP, spoiled it, so I know what's coming.
Well, regardless, how to beat it is different than what's coming.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
But when the time comes, when it's been long withstanding, and I'll start writing down my advice and guides and tips and tricks and gimmicks and all this kind of shit. Yeah, there will be guides for it, 100%. It's just that's gonna take a while because it's so fresh.
Yeah.
And I don't think, and that's like something like, do we want you to experience that on your own first? Yeah, absolutely. I want you to struggle. I struggled. I had a real hard time on a lot of these floors.
I know. This COVID was well timed for you.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. I was off all week. It was I could just play.
You were off all 2 days you needed.
It was solid. But yeah, this is like the best content we've ever had. For me, the most satisfying wins I've ever had in like a good long time in this game. Like, I don't know if you remember people talking about the Horridelis battle.
Oh yeah.
Back in like the Geolucio event, all that shit, and how like impossible it was.
Yep.
That's how it felt every freaking floor, dude. I'm not even kidding you. That's what it felt like.
That's incredible.
So treasure that, because it's not going to be in part of every single game. And I know people are like, "Oh, I just want the rewards. I don't want to have to clear." Well, here's the thing. Even if it takes you a million years to clear, like a million like real life years to clear and get all the shit to like clear it all, it's only 6,500 gems. Okay?
Yeah, they didn't give you
It's
much.
really not like they're saying you're missing a ton by not having this done. No. This is literally for when you want to try the most endgame content you can do. And it's literally for the challenge. It's not for the rewards. It's self-rewarding, which I know is lost on people,
Absolutely.
but
Absolutely.
I like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Rithik, you're saying you spent 4 hours on floor 8. I spent 4 hours and I lost track of time. And I don't want to say it was, but I did spend 4 hours on a floor. And it was mind-boggling. It was fucking my mind. And I just couldn't figure it out. And you know, whatever, figured it out.
And you did.
But yes, this is where you, and the fact this is permanent, gives you a no, or in the back of your head, knowing that if I build this unit, maybe it'll help me here. So this encourages fleshing out units, and dude, that's the thing.
Yeah, which is the essence of long-term Last Cloudia.
Uh-huh.
Their end game, or their long-term game structure, is units. Creating them, releasing them, and then making it a bit of an extended process for many people to build them, test them before the next one comes around. And so this game mode rewards that practice, which I love. I think this is very appropriate end game content for what we currently have.
It's unreal, and there's so much cool shit, but it's so hard. I don't know, man. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy the ride.
I just watched a video of like, I can't remember which one it was, but it talked about the gaming psychology of taking on something challenging where you're not given all of the information. You have to use common sense. You have to use intuition to figure things out. And then while it may feel hair pulling, beating and completing those types of challenges give you such a larger dopamine rush.
So big.
Then
my head's about to explode.
Yes, then like the minute, easy to clear tasks that people get bored of, and they're jumping from game to game because they don't have something like this. The maze brings that, I think, essence back into the game. So if you don't want to struggle at all, then yeah, you're gonna hate this. If you're so used to the easy, surface level kind of challenges and content, you're gonna hate it. But I think for many of us who enjoy a lot of games, a lot of RPGs that used to exist, I feel like this kind of brings back that true challenge of a pixel RPG.
And you know, they did a really nice job with the beta in doing that similar thing. But now that it's become permanent, and I understand why it's permanent now. Like, do I fully expect more than 10 people to clear this in the first month it's out? No, I don't. I really do not.
I'm going to try, but I don't know.
I know, I'm in all seriousness. I just don't think more than 10 people will clear it in the first month. And that's not a negative to any of the community. I just think that we probably, in the global side, probably don't have the enough people with enough accounts and the knowledge base to do so yet. When there's a guide, maybe, and we figure out all the gimmicks, maybe. So maybe I'm underselling it. But dude, it's fucking hard.
I like
Trust me on that one.
Love it. And part of the hardness is having the units, having the resources.
You can't not have the units. You can't replace a unit. Like
I made a video.
Can't use it again, I guess I should say.
I made a video called "Is Last Cloudia Difficult?" And I think when you say the word difficult, a lot of people have different versions of difficult in their head.
Yeah.
But I think like the first little Google literal translation, I literally looked it up in the video. It's any task that takes an extensive amount of time and or effort.
Right.
It doesn't have to just be like you have to figure out a million different gimmicks and then take all the pieces of the puzzle and put it together. That's not the only classification of difficult. It's difficult when something is tedious, and even if it's easy, the repetitive nature of that time-intensive grind, that is, by definition, also difficult. And so that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, building units.
My favorite analogy for that is between a puzzle and manual labor. It's two completely different things, but both are difficult.
Yes.
Can be difficult.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, 100%.
You're both left afterwards fatigued. You're left fatigued from both of them after.
Yeah. You're left with COVID.
You've been working hard lately, bro?
Bro, we're almost done with it.
You've been working hard and then working hard through it.
Yeah, what are you
madman?
Having too much fun, man. That's what it is. It all comes down to having. Here's the funny thing, Buddha. I told myself yesterday, and I know you were there for a little bit in the stream with Lagrein. I didn't even touch Maze. I was like, screw that. I don't care. It's ranked. It's ranked. As soon as I stepped in there and did wave one, I was like, ah, shit. Here we go.
You just got sucked in.
No.
You're a sucker for torture.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But you did it. 2 days.
It was fun, man.
Listen, it took you 2 days. They did.
It didn't take. Listen,
difficult.
You say 2 days. I say 36 hours.
So less than.
Yes.
Day and a half. We'll call it.
Well, technically, first day was within the first 12 hours.
They made it. 50.
So I did take an extra day.
Oh right. So only a day. So you still did it in 20. Okay, you did it in 36 hours from release, from update,
release.
Then you didn't touch it. You said for 12 hours.
Well, I didn't touch it.
When did you start? Do you remember?
Yesterday afternoon. Sometime.
Afternoon. So
I think it was like no. It was when you were playing.
So you started Maze and then basically just did it all.
I saw you doing.
I did the first 5 floors on stream.
I saw you doing level 2, I think, and then I started. That's when I started.
So about midday.
So
it probably took you 30 hours. Took you an
No,
average.
I finished it about, I don't know, man. Regardless, it was about a day. But I'm more.
So
it's more
did they make it more difficult? How long did the first one take you?
8 hours.
The first one took you 8 hours to do all 20?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't understand you.
I know, dude. You're just trying to get to the bottom of it. It's not that important.
I mean, I know what happened. You had a rough childhood. It's okay.
I did. I mean, I have brothers, dude. We got to compete.
Are you afraid of the ocean?
Sharks for 100%, dude. I can go in that shit.
That makes sense. I bet your little cradle was just hopping over sharks.
Shit.
Well, I guess even machines can get sick. So, Tweacz, I think we should let you rest. Any final comments you want to give the people?
I apologize, but also appreciate the sentiment that we talked about for Mesa for so long. But it is pretty cool. I hope you guys all one day get to clear this. And that's the funny thing, dude. We're having Maze, and there's gonna be even more. They're adding more. It doesn't end here.
That's right. It's only
a level 30, dude.
Terrified of that. Like
There's more shit.
depending on how long this game goes, maze is literally going to be another tower. Imagine 100 floors of maze. Just shoot me.
Dude. No. But who knows?
They have to cap it at some point. But I
Maybe
guess
maybe they're trying to keep me entertained. I don't know.
I guess we'll see. I guess you know what we should leave off at. I think it's no question at this point. Like we have a collab coming.
I could see that in 4 weeks. Yeah.
I think in 4 weeks.
I think the whole summer event's gonna run out. We'll have another unit before the end.
Yes.
And then after summer event ends, I see a collab straight up.
I do too. So just keep that in the back of your mind when you're really struggling and you really want to throw some S1s.
Guys,
just keep it.
It says 28 days on it. Just freaking relax.
28 days. There's no need to
If
throw
you don't need him right
now,
now, you can wait.
I don't need to throw S1s right now.
You really don't. How long's the okay, this ends in 2 weeks.
Summer Leona can go away.
To be fair, Summer Leona is a fantastic unit. I used her at Maze, and I think I may need to bump her up a bit.
She is, but she
no, actually I don't, because
I
get Joker's still a 9, and he deserves about a 9-8 in my opinion. So
yeah, Joker's of God. But that S1 though, man,
it's really fun. I'll let you use him. I'll throw him as a support if you want.
No, because that'll piss me off. But I appreciate it. I appreciate that. So anyway, guys, I think that's all we got for you this time. Thank you for listening live, seeing Lagrein. Thank you to my co-host, Tweacz, for always holding it down.
Appreciate you hosting.
Flexing on all of us global scrubs.
Well, you do have me here for one reason, and one reason only.
Plagiarism.
To be toxic. All right, let's go.
Yeah. And with all that being said, y'all know what we say. Work hard, play hard. See you in the next podcast.